Hey there, today I want to share what I believe to be the most lucrative and simple side hustle that anyone can start in 2025. And you can get access to it by clicking the first link in the description below this video if you want to get started right now and not necessarily wait till 2025. You can give yourself a head start. I mean, 2025 is only a few days away, but why not get going right now, okay? Now, this is not something any particularly new or groundbreaking. It's been great for 2024 and even years before, but I still think it stands the test of time, and it will probably be, in my opinion, the easiest, or I should say, the most simple and at the same time lucrative way for a beginner, anybody to get started with. Okay. Now, there's just three basic frameworks, right? Or three basic steps to putting the whole framework together, right? And before I continue, to make it pretty clear, what we are doing here, right, is affiliate marketing, and we are essentially promoting other people's products in return for a commission, right? But it's not just any kind of products, right? We are basically focusing on digital products, right? And there's a good reason for that, right? The margins on digital products are significantly higher than, say, physical products or any other kind of product, because it's the sort of thing that you make just one time and you're done, right? You know, in our case, and this is why I consider it really simple, right? In this particular case, we're not even worrying about creating the product. Somebody else has already done that, okay? But it is something that they do just one time, and because it's delivered digitally, it's there's not there's no crazy overhead or anything like that, right? And we as the affiliates don't even have to worry about customer service or product fulfillment and all that type stuff, or refunds, or whatever the case may be, right? We don't have to handle or process any of that because the vendor has already taken care of that, and our job is just to send them customers, okay? Now, it's a simple, very basic three-step process, right? And I'll use the acronym here, GEM, okay? All right, GEM, all right? Three simple phases to this, okay? The G stands for growing, okay? And we are essentially going to look for different channels out there to grow the business by bringing people in, right? We need to get traffic, right? And you can go about this in so many different ways, whether it is by paying for it, okay? Right, if we're paying for it, paid traffic, right, with money, right? We just put the campaigns together and pay for the traffic to come to our system, right, our funnel, so to speak. We can do it that way, or if you don't want to spend any money, right, or invest any money, right, in traffic, then you're going to invest your time, right? You can do it organically, and that would be using your time, right? There's a cost either way, right? You're either going to pay with your money or you're going to pay with your time, right? And for most beginners, I typically recommend that you go with the time option, right? Paying with your time, because there is a learning curve, right? If you don't know what you're doing when it comes to paid traffic, you can lose your shirt, okay? So I don't recommend that you go that route unless you have the money to, I don't want to say burn, unless you have the money to invest and learn paid traffic as you go, right? Because you are going to, especially when you're in the testing phase, you are going to um, uh, lose money. I don't want to look at it as losing money. You're basically buying data, right, and tweaking and iterating and all that. But I'm getting into the weeds right now. Let's not even worry about that. That's getting into too much more detail than is called for in this particular video, right? So just look at it this way: you can either go the paid route or you can go the organic route. But I usually recommend, in fact, I always recommend that if you're a complete beginner, to go the the route where you're paying with your time, and that way you can learn the way traffic behaves. And once you understand how things actually work, then you can transition. If you want to scale, you can transition now into paid traffic, having had a basic fundamental understanding of how your traffic actually behaves. Okay, so that's the G part, growing, right? And what we're looking to do is grow our email list, okay? Because we're going to be driving traffic to a page, to our website. In fact, I don't want to scare you with website. Like, it's a page that we built, right? A simple page. You call it a landing page or a squeeze page, right? And we have tools, software that does this for us, right? Like, it's really simple. You're not gonna have to do any complicated coding or anything like that. And with this particular business model, or what I'm showing you, or what I referenced as the first link in the description below, they actually have pages that have already been done for you. Okay, they've already been built for you, and all you have to do is just get the software, and it's like a one-click setup, right? And you just take whatever they've already made for you. There's free software, right? Software that you can start out with for free. There's like a free trial that you can go with, or there's one that is completely free, like up to a certain point, and then you may have to start paying once you start amassing a certain number of leads, right? And a number of people in your email list, okay? So now we built, that's the growing part, right? Then the next part is the emailing, okay? That's where we send emails to further connect and nurture our leads, right? Yeah, then these are emails that you send to them. They can reply to the emails, and this is where we develop, where we're building the know, like, and trust factor, right? People tend to buy from people that they know, like, and trust. Like, if a random stranger came up to you right now and wanted to sell you some item, whatever it is, you look at them and be like, "Who's this? I don't know you. What do you want?" Right? Whereas if your longtime friend, right, came around and showed you the exact same thing, you'd be more likely to listen to what they have to say and more inclined to purchase it if you feel like it's something that could benefit you, right? Okay, so that's the whole purpose of the emails. And then the last bit of the acronym M is where we monetize, right? Monetize with the particular products that we're selling, and this is where we promote affiliate products, right? These are going to be products that other people have already created, right? And these are products that are meant to help our subscribers, right? As a solution to whatever problem it is that they have, okay? So that's the basic framework. It's as simple as that. You set it up one time, and your entire job only focus is to like the biggest skill that you're going to have to learn, right? Is the digital marketing part, like the digital marketing skills, right? Getting out there and promoting, or learning how to drive traffic through various different digital medias, right? Digital platforms. And the most simple and quickest way to get to acquire traffic organically, right, without spending money to pay for traffic, is going to be through a lot of the various social media platforms. Okay, so that is basically the three-step process right there. It's as simple and as basic as that. All you're going to have to do is take the time to develop the skills, learn the skills to do those three basic things right there, and you have an entire side hustle, simple side hustle running on autopilot for you. Okay, if you can do these things, just focus on, and that is, and by the way, I'm not like, preaching from some from a high pedestal or anything like that. I'm doing this stuff myself too, okay? This is going to be my primary focus for 2025, and that is going to be the thing that I know, or at least I believe and not believe, like I know from experience too. It's just I haven't done it as much as I should have, but I know that this is going to be the one thing that makes that that really turns the page, really moves the needle for 2025 as far as like various goals and aspirations that I have. Those of you that have been around on my channel, you'll know exactly what I'm after here. Basically, in a nutshell, financial independence, right? Financial independence, financial freedom, whatever the case may be. But online business is what I'm using to get there. And this framework that I gave you is the same, is the basic framework that I'm going to be focusing on 2025. And I would highly encourage you to do as well if you've been looking for a way to get ahead financially, right? This is basically something that you can do. You can do even if you have a full-time job, right? You're just gonna have to make some additional time throughout the week. In fact, every day, if you can dedicate at least find a way to get at least 2 to 3 hours, right? And then a lot more on the weekends, right? I don't want you to fall for any of this nonsense where people tell you about, oh, you can do this one. When you're starting out, it's going to take you more than just an hour a day or 2 hours a day, right? But then as you've set everything up and you've started to get into a rhythm, you know how things work, then you get better at it and you can start getting a lot quicker, and you will get to that point where basically you're only working maybe 2 to 3, 4 hours a day, right? So if you're interested in this, if that's something that you feel like is doable for you, I would highly encourage you to check out that first link in the description below this video, and you will be able to get access to some very basic training for the money that you're paying. It's only $5. The value that you get, right? For the value that you get for those $5, it's unmatched, right? Like in terms of everything that you're gonna learn, everything that you're gonna be taught, everything that you'll be shown. It's I highly encourage it. All right. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in my next video. Ciao.